Hey there, dear Runeterra community, and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video. I'm, of course, yours truly, the Little Giant, and today we are playing a deck that was created by good old MegaMogwai. This is the second deck on this channel that features a deck from good old MegaMogwai, and today we are playing, it's a little bit of an older list, but still obviously up to date. It is called the Ashe Misfortune Midrange deck. You probably have all seen the video, and it is actually a lot of fun, and it features one playstyle that I myself am pretty much into, and that is the whole the whole idea of attacking, of frostbiting. Ever since I played this deck, by the way, frostbite is just one of my absolutely favorite game mechanics in the entire game. It's really fucking awesome if you get it going. But yeah, let me show you the curve right here. We have a bunch, obviously, you know, mid-range. It's pretty diverse, actually. We have something for, obviously, for the early game. We have a little, and definitely something for the mid-game. Late game, we're not that good anymore, but that's where the whole frostbite mechanic comes in, and that carries us basically throughout the entire game. So what do we run? Obviously, for frostbite, there are the usual suspects. We have Brittle Steel, who is pretty damn good early on, obviously. It's a burst spell for 1 manners that gives you the ability to frostbite an enemy with 3 or less health, which obviously, you know, comes into play in the early stages of the game. We have Elixir of Iron, which is also something that you should always, like, kind of swap into when you play, should be Bilgewater, right? Freljord, never mind. When you play Freljord, obviously, because, you know, it's a nice, it's a burst, it's 1 manners, gives an ally +0/+2, so, you know, he can potentially survive anything that might otherwise be lethal, and, you know, the burst, the fact that it being a burst spell really helps out, and, you know, sometimes it comes unexpected. We have the best ramp for the early game, by the way. Obviously, there are some, in some aspects, there is always, like, or in some, what's the word? Regions, there is always, like, specific cards that you just say, you know, they always work, whatever you play. And for Freljord, it's obviously the Omen Hawk, which reads, when he is summoned, he grants the 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. So, you know, early, it's a 1-drop as well, so you can put it on the board. Jump blocker gives 2 cards on top, +1/+1. What more can you want? We have Ye Been Warned, which is pretty damn awesome with Frostbite, obviously. Which reads, give an enemy vulnerable this round. If it dies this round, you draw 1. So obviously you can play that when it's the enemy turn, because, you know, or you can, because, you know, he might be like, oh, you know, he's gonna draw a card, and maybe he's actually gonna kill this off. So maybe not gonna attack with a certain creature, maybe not gonna attack at all, maybe pass the turn. So that can also work out. We have the Hired Gun. The whole idea of this deck is obviously you put vulnerable on some units with either You've Been Warned, with Hired Gun, and then you use like a freeze effect, and then you just blast them off into oblivion. That is basically like one of the win conditions. When she's summoned, however, she grants the strongest enemy vulnerable, so we can't really choose, but we just get the strongest one. And this one, in conjunction with Ashe, which you're gonna, you know, see in a little bit, is actually pretty damn awesome. Next, we have the Icevale Archer. That is also a card, I would say, that is almost like an auto-include every time you play Freljord, because it's just, you know, it is a 1/3. Deals with pretty much everything, also dies to pretty much everything. And he reads, play Frostbite an enemy, so you can also choose which one you Frostbite. And if you draw him off of Omen Hawk, like if you buffed him up before once, then he's actually, you know, he's a 4/2, so it's a little bit more of a force to be reckoned with. Doesn't die to that one spell from Shadow Isles. Vile Feast, so he actually survives through that. Or was it Noxus? Not entirely sure. Then, of course, if you run a Frostbite deck or an Ashe deck, obviously you run Flash Freeze, which is a burst spell at 3 manners, and it reads Frostbite an enemy. Pretty self-explanatory. Frostbitten enemies have 0 attack. Next, we have Misfortune. This is Misfortune and Ashe. Misfortune, when allies attack, deal 1 to battling enemies and the enemy nexus, and she levels up if you have attacked 4 times. What happens then? She obviously gets a buff. She is a 4/4. She gets Overwhelm, and when allies attack, deal 1 3 times to battling enemies and the enemy nexus, which is basically this Make It Rain. If she's on level up, you have a Love Tap, which deals 1 to all battling enemies, and this one is deal 1 3 times among different randomly targeted enemies and the enemy nexus. Really, you know, that's a thing. Shuffle a Misfortune into your deck, and that's obviously, you know, when you have this in the deck, but yeah. Next one. The thing with the whole idea of Freljord and, you know, you have Flash Freeze and Brittle Steel, but they don't redraw themselves. They don't have a draw mechanic, and you tend to run out of gas. So this is what when Pick a Card comes into play, which is a burst spell at 3 mana as well. Shuffle a card from hand into your deck to draw 3 fleeting at next round start. Fleeting obviously means you draw them, and if you don't play them during that turn, they just disappear. But obviously this one is, you know, towards the mid to late game when we maybe don't have like many cards. If you play a control deck, it's going to be pretty damn important to have this. So yeah, if we don't have any cards in hand, then obviously we just go pick a card, and then next turn we have a little bit more options to play from. Ramfang Wolf is the MV Pizzle, by the way, in one of the games. This guy put in a lot of fucking work, and he is amazing. He's 3 mana, 3/2, which is not too shabby, you know, but then he is Challenger. And the kicker behind that is also Strike. If I struck a unit with 0 power, kill it, which obviously is a, pun intended, killer with Flash Freeze, which is a killer with Brittle Steel, which is a killer also with Ashe. Speaking of Ashe, Ashe is the next main star of this deck. When she attacks, you Frostbite the strongest enemy, and that's what I mean, by the way. When you have an Ashe out with Ramfang Wolf and you have Yibin Warrant, or maybe Hired Gun, doesn't matter. Let's say Hired Gun. So you play Hired Gun, Frostbite. You're vulnerable the strongest enemy, which means you can just pull him, you know? Then you play Ashe, and you have a Ramfang Wolf. So you attack, or you basically, you use the Ramfang Wolf, you pull the one that the Hired Gun. I don't even need Challenger for this. Never mind, he has Challenger anyways. So you just pull the strongest enemy with the Ramfang Wolf. You attack with Ashe. The strongest ally is getting frostbitten. So it's zero damage that it deals. And then the Ramfang Wolf just outright kills it. It doesn't matter if it's a freaking They Who Endure. If it's like a 13/13 They Who Endure. Doesn't fucking matter. You attack with Ashe. Frostbite that shit. Ramfang Wolf, challenge it. Done. No problem. Problem solved. Fucking love this. And then she levels up when you have frostbitten 5 or more enemies, and when she levels up, you create a crystal arrow on top of your deck. When she's leveled up, she is a 6/4, which is an amazing stat line, by the way, and enemies with 0 power can't block. And every time she attacks, she still frostbites 1 enemy, by the way. So that guy, you know, you don't even have to deal with him because he can't even attack in the first place. And the crystal arrow that you have on top of your deck does the following: frostbite an enemy and all other enemies with 3 or less health. And it redraws itself as well. Do I need to say more? This is fucking disgusting. Next, we have the Babbling Berg, which also helps us when we like run out of gas a little bit. When he's summoned, you draw a unit with 5+ power. Could be an Ashe, could be an Avarosan Hearthguard, could be, yeah, could also be the Citrus Courier. It could be Sheriff Lariat Rose. So you basically draw into your late game stuff. But the stuff that I get most of the time is Ashe, which I'm, you know, definitely not complaining about that. Speaking of Avarosan Hearthguard, at the beginning, we have Omen Hawk to, you know, buff our creatures, +1/+1 for the top 2 allies on your deck. The Avarosan Hearthguard goes a little bit further, however. When I'm summoned, grant allies in your deck +1/+1, and he's a 5/5, which is a pretty damn good stat line, obviously. We have the Razor Scale Hunter, who has the Scout ability, which means he can basically attack twice if only he attacks or only Scout units attack, this is the only one that we have in the deck. And if you play him, you grant an enemy vulnerable, which means you can also just pull him. And he's a 4/4, awesome stat line as well. Next, we have the good old Citrus Courier, which is like the meme arch enemy of MegaMogwai. Every time he plays against him, he loses, and he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. He has the ability of Plunder, heal allies and your Nexus by 3, and then you rally, which means you basically attack right away again. And this goes really well with good old Misfortune, because Misfortune, even if she's not level up, she deals 1 to the enemy Nexus anyways. As you can see, when allies attack, deal 1 to battling enemies and the enemy Nexus as well. And the cool thing about that as well is that she levels up when you have attacked 4 times. And if you just, you know, play the Citrus Courier, you have 2 of those values, you know, done right away, because you basically in 1 turn you attack twice. So you meet the level requirement for Misfortune pretty damn fast with the good old Citrus Courier. Fucking love this guy. Harsh Winds, Frostbite 2 enemies, burst spell at 6 manners, also helps up racking up Ashe's level up. And then at the end, for a little bit of late game potential, we also have Sheriff Lariat Rose, who goes with the whole tantrum, or with the whole idea. Tantrum, what the fuck? With the whole idea of granting vulnerable to enemies. When she's summoned, grant all enemies vulnerable, so we can just all pull them. With Harsh Winds, Ramfang Wolf out. This is a dream, basically. Dream come true. 6 mana, 6/5. Pretty good stat line, pretty decent for the late game. So, yeah, that was the deck tech. This is the whole idea, you know, grant the enemy vulnerable. Not even necessary with Ramfang Wolf per se. And then, you know, just have fun with Frostbite and just attack. This deck loves to attack, and it definitely... It's a lot of fun to play, I gotta say. So, yeah, I'm gonna have 4 games, by the way, stacked up. 2 of which are fucking amazing. I'm gonna save them up for last. And 1 really showcases also what the Ramfang Wolf is capable of doing. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy the games. See ya in the next game. In the first game, whatever. Game 1 against Parrot Hill, where we play against Nautilus Maokai, Thresh, Bilgewater Shadow Isles. Thought for sure it would be deep with Nautilus and... I'm gonna keep Brittle Steel. Ramfang Wolf is also Bay. Oh, yeah. Omen Hawk, always good. Yeah, with Nautilus and Maokai, obviously it's gonna be deep, but I'm not entirely sure why he has the Thresh in there, but okay. He's definitely not a necessity, like, kind of weird addition, but okay. Oof. Yeah, he dropped some really intense stuff. It's all good. Ooh, yeah. That guy has a 6/6, that takes it. Alright. That's a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, we can play Ramfang into Brittle Steel. I'm gonna play this guy. Don't want him to get any life gain. Wouldn't be a big deal, however, because, you know, he's at 19 HP anyways, but this way I'm gonna keep the Ramfang Wolf. He can be pretty neat.
I will unite the Freljord.
Not sure if he has anything. 6. 1 more turn and he could potentially have Vengeance, if he even runs it. That's a beautiful combo right there. Okay. I respect that. You also gotta respect that 6 damage to the face, though. Ugh! Another one! Dude! Getting insane here. I think that's the 3rd copy, right? I think so. Yeah, alright. I mean, you know what's gonna happen, right? Apparently you do. Okay, let's see. I could play You've Been Warned on this guy, but I don't think I need to. And I still have Brittle Steel. Yeah, should be good. I should be good. Especially if he blocks like that. Need 2 more freeze in order for Ashe to get leveled up. He's in deep. Boom. Nice effect. Outside. We're in scary territory, however, now, with him being in deep. Yeah, especially with this fucker. This is gonna draw a Avarosan Hearthguard, I think. Let's play him. Or that. Okay. We have 3 possibilities now to freeze, and we can actually use every single one of them. Nice. Let's fucking do this. Alright. It's gonna be a pain, however, if he gets this shit leveled up. That's actually what I want to avoid, if possible. I'm gonna use this Flash Freeze, because he might actually have something to kill her off, so I still have another Ashe on Quick Dial right here. And then I'm gonna use this, and then we have a leveled up Ashe, and that's good.
Avarosa, guide me.
Hell yeah! And yeah, I'm also gonna kill this. Yeah. You're not getting anything through, my boy. Nothing. Nothing. Annoying. So far from a misfortune. Fucking annoying prick. This guy's getting dunked on now. Yeah, I still have a means to freeze, and I still have this guy out. So, yeah, yeah. Nice. Cute. Let's see.
The time is right. Strike now.
Sweet. Goodbye, Nautilus. Now we just gotta win in the next 3 turns. That's gonna be a shit. It's gonna be really annoying. I want to play him because I don't want to draw, obviously. There's 6 damage, but I have Harsh Winds. Gonna use that next turn, however, so I can get some free kills. Obviously.
These isles will be cleansed.
Not a problem, though.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
Sudden Harsh Winds incoming. Oh, yes.
Stand together.
And then Ashe is gonna freeze this thing. Blocking this, or this. So 6 damage might come through. If you have pilfered goods, you're a Sith. Or that. Oops. Nice. Nice. actually exactly what I needed.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
Okay. Yeah, cool story. That. I'm gonna kill that. Oh wait, I can't, yeah. Well. No.
Today we fight as one.
Can't use this. Okay. Withering Whale double would kinda suck. If this goes through, that is. Vengeance would suck. Does he have enough for... Never mind! With the last fucking card, man. I thought for sure we were a goner.
A new Freljord will rise.
That it did. I don't know, however, how the Ashe actually survived, because wasn't it like that when Maokai levels up, that he did, like, every single card gets discarded, especially heroes? Wasn't that the thing? So I don't know how the Ashe actually maintained in the bottom 5 cards that were left. But actually, we drew with the last fucking card that we drew. Game number 2 against Norvi. Playing Piltover and Shadow Isles with Vi. Fuck that. And Elise. I played with the wrong deck last game, by the way, so, you know, that kind of sucked. It's actually not bad. But I think one Ice Veil Archer is enough. Should be. Drawn into that late game. Pick a card is pretty good. I like seeing that. I can prevent some damage with Ice Veil Archer. If he drops something, which he doesn't, but I'm just gonna drop this guy and then I'm gonna go in for 3 damage, if he lets me. Fuck that guy. Annoying piece of shit. Alright. Alright, we got 4 mana, so... Why not? Ah, wait. Yeah. Let's shuffle this guy. Let's see what we draw into. Sadly, I didn't draw Omen Hawk at the beginning, which is obviously the best opener that we can have. But, you know, one can't have everything in every game. There he is. But I'm gonna lose everything, basically, if I play Omen Hawk now. Could have Grasp, so I'm not gonna play Ashe. Actually, I could play Ashe with Elixir. But I actually rather play her on Curve. Not on Curve, when I can actually attack. Because, you know, I have to free Frostbite. And he played this guy without me getting the debuff. So I'm fine with that. I can play hired gun, which would vulnerable the Skitterer, so I could get rid of that. Couldn't quite kill an Elise. Sure.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
That's it for your Skitterer. I could frostbite it if I want to keep this girl, which I think Nah, I can live without her.
Son of a...
Because now I float also 3 mana, which is pretty neat, and we got another Ashe. If I would have played her, I would have had the double buff on her. Yeah.
Many tribes under one banner.
Because if he attacks with Elise, I can just frostbite her. Two mana left. Could be a Vile Feast, wouldn't do anything though. Next turn he could have Vengeance. Next turn. So I might actually want to drop like the regular Ashe. Also got a Ye Been Warned. Yeah, let's drop the regular Ashe, see if he has like
I think not.
Grasp. Or maybe even Vengeance. Could be a thing. Also, he hasn't dropped the Vi yet. Which is kinda concerning. How much is the girl? 5. Okay. Vengeance on him. Okay. I still have to frostbite this now because she is not like the biggest threat. So I'm gonna frostbite him so she can frostbite Elise, and then Elise is out of my life. Hopefully. Thank you. Another Ye Been Warned. Taking that. Love seeing that. And with him we can draw a... yeah, I think we can draw another Ashe. I think. There we go, there's the Vengeance. Citrus Courier. Okay. We might be able to do something with the Courier and Ashe. Ah, we were one mana short actually. From doing something really nutty, as people say nowadays. 3 mana. Drop the Ashe.
All the world on one arrow.
See if he's inclined to attack now. He ain't. Could spell trouble, make it double. Okay. I'm gonna use Harsh Winds. Don't think I won't. Because he might have that. Never mind. He might have that Grasp of the Undying, and I don't want none of that. I'm gonna play Citrus Courier.
One girl wrecking crew.
I can't go Frost into Rime Wolf, however. You know, just frosting her and then going in with the Ramfang Wolf. Can't quite do that. I can do that next turn though. Wait, I can actually kill her off. Never mind. Good old Courier. Sticking this thing where the sun don't fucking shine, mate. Just gonna frostbite that. I'm not even gonna lose him. Ah, it's good times. Good shit. Surrender! Beautiful.
A new Freljord will rise.
Next game is against Piltover, Shadow Isles, Vi, and Elise. We play against Ilink. No, Link 352. Because the other 351 were already taken, apparently. It's not too shabby, actually. I kind of like that. I want to keep harsh winds, but I mean, we got a country bucket of copies, so we might draw them. We might draw them. But then again, it's me, so I probably won't draw them. Hello, good friend. Solid. Solid. And we start off with the Ramfang Wolf. It's always good. But you know, maybe I should have like mulliganed all of them, because you know we have an Omen Hawk in there, and if we don't draw them right off the get-go, it's a little bit shitty. And I don't want to play the Icevale Archer without the Frost effect, so just gonna wait on that a little bit. But I'm gonna keep this, gonna play this guy. Woof, because we can't kill anything that he puts down. That's harsh. Didn't put an Elise down yet, though. But I mean, yeah, he can stall a little bit. I mean, it just helps me out, basically. I don't mind it. I kind of saw that coming. I think I'm gonna trade with one. But it doesn't even attack, so it doesn't even matter. So now is... Oh! Okay. But I'm not gonna drop her because he probably has like... like the grasp thing. We're gonna play this guy. Oh yeah. You tell him. There's the Elise. What you got? That thing, alright. I could have actually used You've Been Warned. Kinda slapped on that. Doesn't matter too much. Comfortable. Doesn't matter too much though, since I can just... Oh! Lay Wolf! Hmm. Yeah, I want to like slow him down a bit, I think. Especially if he... Yeah, Grasp of the Undying, that's what I wanted to say earlier. But... No. Bitcoin, eh? And now we play Misfortune. But not that good. You're kinda alright. No, I don't like your board. Rude.
Time for violence.
Actually, no, let me make sure. Wait, no, what the fuck? That's more like it. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Got it. Got another Elise? Nope. Doesn't. There's the Omen Hawk, though. Hasn't played a Vi yet. He might have Ruination, which is why I'm kinda a little bit, you know? Yeah, get that 7 damage through, cause this is gonna get popped. That kinda sucks. Boom, 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 boom. Got it.
Like a flower, Zon will bloom.
Oh, or that. It's almost as shabby, actually, as Ruination. Unless that. That's kind of adorable. Buff him up. Buff him up. Buff him up, big boy. Ho!
Vi stands for vicious.
I don't fucking give a shit. You're going down, bruh. Damn. The buffs, though. The buffs. Call me Buff Bagwell. Yeah, I kinda have to use Flash Freeze. What? Kinda sucks, but I don't want to lose Misfortune. And I'm getting that damage through. Why do you play it now? Oh wait. That's what I want to do. It's exact lethal, but obviously it's gonna block with the Skitterum. Probably gonna block the Misfortune. Sure. This should draw me an Ashe. Or that guy. That's also good.
I'll hunt them where they breed.
This guy is becoming my next big friend. Yeah. Cool story, bro. Meet the Björk, meet the Ashe.
Here's the fun part. Eat this.
Okay. I think I want to keep this guy afloat. And then I'm gonna kill this guy. Because he can just resummon this guy, by the way, and that would be kind of shitty. I was about to say, if you have any spell that gives your units overwhelm, I'm gonna lose my fucking marbles, dude. I'm not even fucking around. Ashe.
My aim is true.
Yeah.
Faster than my arrow.
And this guy won't block. No, no, no. Got him. Got him. Right in the pooper.
Now we rebuild.
Next game against Udov the Bidoof. Whatever the fuck. Playing against Bilgewater. Bilgewater Shadow Isles Nautilus. So that's deep sea creatures. Fuck me sideways. This is gonna be great. I mean, it went kind of good the last time. But we're gonna see if we can actually do the same magic again. I certainly hope so. At least we start off with a hired gun, so that's pretty good. Ice Veil Archer, also neat. Definitely neat. That kind of sucks. I don't really want to play him without... I don't want to play anything without like actually using the effect. Because this one obviously helps out scaling up. I can play him. Scaling up Ashe. Dead Ashe. Bit of a waste, but I mean, sure, I'll take it. Buffs up Ashe, I keep the Hound.
Give me the stuff! Stuff make happy!
Fucking hate that guy. He's an idiot.
Please, thanks, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Ashe.
Faster than my arrow. I think.
And then next turn we can play Misfortune if he doesn't have anything to actually. Or wait, no, I don't have to actually. Nah, it's side.
As the arrow flies.
Because this one is gonna get frostbitten by Ashe, then he's gonna kill it off. Yeah. I was gonna say I can play Misfortune, so this thing just, you know, gets jiggled with right away. I mean, if he has freaking Grasp, then so be it. Nah, it's not gonna do anything. Let's play him.
Our strength is yours.
Buff some stuff up. He didn't really toss anything so far, which is kind of weird for considering that he plays deep sea creatures, but it seems to be going well still. Let's go.
Pray, no pay.
It's time for the Citrus Courier at one point or another. Neat. Neat. Yeah. That works. I'm gonna use Elixir to prevent her from dying. And then I can play the courier.
Love ya.
Solid. Solid, and I can actually also heal her up with the courier. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Let's go in for beats, man. Boom! Away, demon. Away, demon.
That's how we do things in Bilgewater.
Exactly, and that with that Nautilus shit.